As the weekend approaches, let's settle in and end the week right, with an outstanding Thursday night contest here with the NFL on EA Sports. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth. And here we are, Brock, final week of the preseason. One last tune-up for stars and starters. And, of course, the game where a lot of these great camp stories will clinch a spot on that Week 1 roster.
And I never tire of these great camp stories. And they come from all different backgrounds. Some are undrafted guys, some are vets with a restart on their career. But they
Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And another week is officially underway. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard's Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And that's incomplete. So we've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? Well, I think there's a good case for that to go either way, but the officials decided he was the more egregious offender, so it's offensive interference. So backed up a bit following the penalty, it's 1st and 20. They'll run here following the penalty. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, you really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
Here we go, second and very long. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. They bring the tight end in motion. On the play fake, it's Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down, a run with Barkley. And that's good for a gain of 5. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Hurts. Has a man, it's Brown. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Pickup of 2 here. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down throwing for Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it. There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Flush down out to his left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
They're going to run with Barkley. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a gain of 1 on first and goal. Now it's going to be 2nd and 5.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him around 3 yards, and it sets him up with 3rd and goal from the 2. Here we go, right up the gut. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Eagles have a great first drive and get the game's first points. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the 2nd time. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the well again. And this one does not go far. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
throws knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Another punt coming up. Austin McNamara to again do the honors. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And the fair catch made here at the 15. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Ravens will go on offense. On first down, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll be back to Baltimore in just a bit. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They have second and pretty long here. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll go down, we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Jackson getting his guys in the hurry up. To the air, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Austin McNamara on now to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's there. Fair catch called for and taken. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They go play action here. This finds Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st down now, ball at the 39 9-yard line. Hurts now from the gun. Chased out to his right. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Able to get it to Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. He is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook. He knocked him back across the line.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up. So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now a give running right. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. That's complete. He got the feet down, but he goes out right at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Pistol snap to Jackson. That's caught for the first. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 from the 41. Now it's Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Jackson getting his guys in the hurry up.
At their 48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Dumped off to his running back. Jukes one defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Here's a give up the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. The Ravens trying to make some noise before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 21. Escapes the pocket. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Lamar now from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. Tucker blocker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Hey, let's go.
Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face 2nd down. Hurts throwing again. Finds a man, right side. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Working inside the red zone. He gets it complete to Will Shipley. And he'll go down here at the 16. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 16. Completed over the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Hurts setting up to throw. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take the lead just before halftime. Elliott on now to attempt a point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Ravens offense to the field for the final drive of this first half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Lamar out of the pistol. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
So as we reach halftime, we see the visiting Eagles taking a lead into the break. Well, the teams are ready, the fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Well, 2 quarters left, Brock, for starters and backups alike to get tuned up before week 1. The second half of our preseason finale is underway. And this drive will start inside the 25. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this third quarter. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Sending the tight end in motion left. First down throwing for Hurts. That one's caught along the left sideline. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hurts looking to throw. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. All you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
He just throws this one away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit high.
Hand off to the back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. It's a race down the right side. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 26 on 2nd down. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. Has the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens start the second half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens tie things up at 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Barkley's got it. And he'll get it up to the 27. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop. Now, Brock, we get a look at their draft class from this year. A group that, regardless of reviews around the league, they are very happy with.
Well beyond the physical traits, there are certain types of players teams are just looking for in the draft. Guys who fit the identity and culture of the building and also match up with their schemes on the field. Looking at a couple.
Blitz is there, and he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Hurts to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL where they come down to a play or two and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Ravens back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. Completed to Flowers. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Cooper DeJean with the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Jackson out of the gun on 3rd. That's completed right side. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. That one vehemently swatted away. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Jackson now on third. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Nnamdi Madubuike making that stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Here's another carry for Barkley. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's this drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. First throw for the backup now. Throw takes him to the sideline, but he gets both feet in with the catch. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Play action on 1st down. He's got a man left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. That one's complete over the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Let's go now. Connecting on the slant. And that'll be enough for the 1st as they touch him down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here we go, set.
1st down from the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They'll throw it again. He brings it in. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 3rd and just 2 to go.
60 Eagles. Let's go.
He'll throw it. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go!
Brought in right side. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Set up. Set go.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he gets this one to the 49 on a solid pickup. Not in a time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway. Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Buffalo 18. Ready?
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That's caught beyond the marker. And they make the tackle at the 38. Have to pick up the pace offensively as they go hurry up. The give now out of the shotgun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
60, trap 60. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 14. This complete to Culp. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Complete out to the right side. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Offense.
You don't get too many plays of that size in a game,
Still 3rd down.
and that flag takes away one of them. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down.
Ready?
Looking to throw. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think it's fair to say, and the eye in the sky doesn't lie, without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
Here we go. Set go.
Desperation time here on 4th. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
to throw it on first down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Eagles only up by a few. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Here we go. Set.
A run here with Will Shipley. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Shipley. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Will Shipley touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Baltimore running its offense out now. They liked how that drive was going, but the ND and the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Palmer motioning right. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Eagles will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Let's go.
Shipley now up the middle. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another one for Shipley. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. No gain here after a gain of only 1, and now they'll face 3rd and 9. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And for what it's worth,
Ice cream, my shanty playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. Not my head, boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Say the grace for me. Say, boy, what you want? Get that, get that, get that. Shoot in my mouth, shoot in my and one. Okay, on the real, I'ma take his out. I'ma take him from his. On the real, I think he knows.
I think he knows. When I play with him like that, I
came in the nothing but some raps, the clothes on my back, them L-dogs, nothing but them blacks. The A, with a black man is debonair. I'm talking about a black man's heaven here. Shorty, we going where the destination is manifested. We learn how to collect reparations and invest it. I went from dressing the coldest to catching the COVID, to blessed with success to promote it to just go.
Yeah, buddy, you ready or not? Don't really care if you was or you wasn't, lil' bruh. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating, lil' daddy, LeBron. Your mammy's a pity. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from. Think I gotta go through. I don't like therapists, I don't like most. You love me, my go-to. Love a thing blind on top like Goku. Just left Noble, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the Tether told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip. Blick at my VIP. Snack of my. Won't break, won't miss. Rich took his check out. We talking start like ball hype. Pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm gonna miss. I'm a daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Bro, I'm godlike, I'm judgy. I can't touch this girl, she musty. Bro, you flexing on IG. People like you disgust me. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. These women love me, bro, they tryna me. That's the wrong way, me back. Yeah, buddy, if you get lucky, it'll get yucky. Little buddy touch me, I can turn auntie into a. I'm in the S5 facing cuffy, cause I can't name that guy but me, dummy. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 I got it.
You talking about? There's still something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say